Welcome back everybody, MC here with another video, and today I want to show you guys how to make an Argy Trap in ARK. And Argy Traps are very useful in ARK. Also, Argies themselves, or argies as a lot of people like to call them, are very useful in this game. It completely changes the game once you have the ability to fly. So I'm going to go to Carnivore Island on the island, and in the middle here there's a little spot where it's practically very safe to not live but to just walk around. So there's usually no carnivores up here that are going to eat you. And here's one we built already. You want to get reinforced stone gate frames and reinforced gates. You can use wooden gates for this. The argie isn't that strong, so it's not going to destroy your objects. Now the most important thing when you're building here is to press on the stone frame that you're putting down and then press K on your keyboard. This is for PC obviously. I recommend going into the equivalent of K, which I believe is build mode, on console with your corresponding button, and then take 2 or 3 steps back. And because you've pressed K, the frame isn't going to wobble or move while you move around. It's going to stay in a straight position. It's the key to building in ARK and building in straight lines. So it's every builder's dream to have K pressed when you're trying to space things out. You want to walk through the middle of the frames, and if you can fit through, then you have them spaced correctly. That gap there might be a little bit too big, so we're going to test that. And you want to put your reinforced gates on the first and last frame out of the 4. So you want to have 4 frames with a gap in between for you to be able to walk through. And you want to open the door so that the argie can get in. We're going to use our own argie here to test it and see if the argie is able to fit through that gap that we left. And if it can't, then we're going to go and find our own argie to tame. So if we test this here, it looks like the argie can't fit through, so it's fine. We're going to put our argie somewhere safe, and we're going to see if we can find a wild argie and see what we can do with this thing. So when it comes to argies, they are quite fast, so you're going to have to definitely run as quickly as you can. But you just pretty much shoot one of them in the butt and line it up so that it follows you. And you want to make it follow you into the trap. So we're going to go straight into the trap, make sure it's behind us so it's in a straight line. Wait until it gets into the trap and then run outside and close the door. And if you're unlucky, like I am probably going to get here, the argie is going to get you. So another way to do it is to pretty much go outside of the trap and let the argie go in and then come back to the other side so it turns around, and now it's stuck. So pretty much all you got to do now is shoot the argie with your tranquilizer darts or equivalent until it's downed or asleep, and then you can finally start to feed it some meat for the tame itself. It won't be able to escape, and luckily enough we tested that gap there, otherwise it would have flown straight out. And yeah, now it's going to go down. Argies are quite easy to tame, to be honest. And we're going to put some of our meat in here so that he was going to be able to tame quite quickly. And then we're going to bring him back to our base. So for meat, I usually use my tickle chicken to collect the meat so that the meat doesn't get eaten by the dinosaur that I'm collecting it with. And I am going to kill a couple of carnals because they give you prime meat, and prime meat is the best way to tame the early game carnals, or carnivores, sorry, not carnals. It is also the best way to tame carnals, but for carnivores themselves, you want to be able to use prime meat until you get kibble. And then we're going to go back, we're going to give the argie his food, and hopefully he will be tamed very easily. The torpor drain on argies is very slow, so you don't have to worry about giving them any berries, but you can always give them narco berries if you want so that they don't wake up. But at the end of the day, you've loads of time give him plenty of food. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. I will see you again in the next one. Enjoy taming your Argy. Let me know what you think of this one. And ta-ta!